In our news package tonight, Akwa Ibom government releases itinerary for 1-year anniversary of Governor Minor administration. Grace Akban, 11 others sworn in as permanent secretaries tasked to add Philip to Arise agenda with new ideas. Edo State government announces 70,000 naira new minimum wage. Rangers United maintain lead in Nigerian Premier Football League table as Akwa United beat Kano Pillars 3-0 to boost survivor hope. Details of this and other stories in just a moment. Good evening to you and welcome to Akbc 405 News at 8. I am Blessing Isongwio. The College of Permanent Secretaries in Akwa Ibom State has 12 new members. This follows the swearing in of the new members by Governor Minor at the Government House Banquet Hall, where the governor charged them to bring in new ideas that will further develop the state. Our Government House reporter Patience John tells us more.
The newly sworn-in permanent secretaries took oath of office and that of allegiance.
Well-being and prosperity of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We solemnly swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that in the Akwa Ibom State government, I will discharge my duties to the best of my ability, faithfully, and in accordance with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the law.
Governor Minor charged them to be innovative and advance the cause of governance to Akwa Ibom people by working in tandem with the Arise agenda of the present administration.
Put in application for things that will affect the lives of the ordinary Akwa Ibom people. Not for us to be doing this jamboree of going for meetings after meetings, and those meetings do not translate to the work that we are doing. I say this to you as brand new permanent secretaries so you can understand how I react to things. A lot of people have criticized me for not approving memos, not approving travels. I hardly travel myself, except it's important. And so please don't follow that cue. You are brand new, come with fresh ideas, come with innovation. I will put money to pursue your ideas. I am convinced that you are all in sync with the urgency we attach to fulfilling our campaign promises based on the focal point of our Rise agenda. And we expect you, as the administrative heads of the different ministries you will be assigned, to ensure full implementation of our vision. But let me assure everyone that government investment must yield dividend to Akwa Ibom people.
Governor Minor also directed the Ibom Power, Ibom Microfinance, Akwa Savings in Loans and other such government investment to send in the report to Akbc before the end of June this year.
All major parastatals of government, such as Ibom Power, Ibom Microfinance, Akwa Savings and Loans, and other such government investment must send in their report to the Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation on or before the end of June. It is shocking that almost a year into this administration, I have not received reports from these parastatals, and none have been sent to Akbc. Let me assure everyone that government investment must yield dividend to Akwa Ibom people. I will not succumb to those blackmails. We will review your operations. Where we need to take actions against you, we will take those actions. And we must not assume that public office is our personal estate and that we can do whatever we like. It will not happen under my watch.
Patience John, Akbc News.
Meanwhile, all major parastatals of governments, including Ibom Power Company, Ibom Fadama Microfinance Bank, Aqua Savings and Loans Limited, and other such government investments are to tender their reports to the Akwa Ibom Investment Corporation, Akbc, on or before the end of June 2024. The state governor, Pastor Umaino, gave the directive while addressing newly sworn-in permanent secretaries at Government House, Uyo, today. According to the governor, it was shocking that almost 1 year of his administration, he was yet to receive any report from any of the government investment agencies to be at par with their operations with a view to forging the way forward. Governor Eno, who emphasized the need for transparency and accountability in public office, said such parastatals and departments are government investments and must be subjected to periodic reviews. He advised public office holders to resist the temptation of approaching government business as a private estate, saying such attitude was unacceptable. While decrying the practice of attacking government when operational reviews are demanded from such parastatals, the governor charged public office holders to be accountable in all their engagements or resign from such office, since according to him, government investments must yield dividends for Akwa Ibom people. Akwa Ibom State government has released the itinerary for the 1-year anniversary celebration of Pastor Umaino as governor of Akwa Ibom State. The activities as scheduled began today with the swearing in of new permanent secretaries and executive council ministerial review, which continues tomorrow. Workers' Day celebration will hold on May 1 at 11 a.m. to be followed by monthly Government House Covenant service at 6 o'clock in the morning. The inauguration of 3.3 kilometer Idoa Road in Eket local government area, inauguration of emergency intervention works at collapsed Afiansat Road, Eket, will take place on May 3 by 1 p.m. while the foundation laying for the construction of the local government chairman's official residence in Eket holds same day by 3 p.m. On May 16, the state government will move on to inaugurate a 160-meter span Ntoide Ikodamba Bridge with 800-meter approach road in Obadakara local government area at 11 a.m. May 17 has been set aside for the inauguration of Primary Health Center Ikonkwo by 11 a.m. and the Christ the King Model Primary School, Wellington Bassey Way, as well as the Wet Model Primary School by 1 p.m. The opening and inauguration of the Governing Council of the Dakada Skills Acquisition Center is billed for May 20 by noon. The inauguration of 1.8 kilometer Paul Ekpo Crescent, 1 kilometer Emmanuel Ekon Avenue, and the 0.8 kilometer Obodemem Street will take place same day by 2 p.m. On May 24, there will be inauguration of primary health centers Odot in Saratai and Oboi Kodita in Saribom local government areas. The state government has also scheduled the inauguration of the 8.5 kilometer airside international security route phase 2 of the Victoria International Airport parallel taxiway and rapid exit for May 25 by 11 a.m. while inauguration of phase 1 of the Arise Compassionate Homes holds by 2 p.m. same day. The first anniversary Thanksgiving service is slated for May 26 by 10 a.m. The itinerary also indicates that Children's Day celebration will take place on May 27 at 11 o'clock in the morning. The commissioning of expansion of 24-kilometer run road from Ring Road 3 to Victor Atta International Airport Gate at 1 p.m. to be followed by gala night by 7 o'clock in the evening. The inauguration of the rehabilitation work and street lights on D-Line, a wet housing estate, Uyo, is scheduled for 2 p.m. while media parley takes place by 4 p.m. same day on May 28. The one-year anniversary will climax on May 29 with a statewide broadcast by the Governor, Pastor Moeno, by 6 o'clock in the morning, while celebration proper will take place at Uyo Township Stadium at 10 in the morning. It was a day to remember for 1,486 batch 35 trainees of the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School (ONE) in Rivers State who had their passing out ceremony on Saturday. The event attracted the who is who across Nigeria. Our reporter Otobema Okon was at the ceremony and brings you sights and sounds of the passing out parade by the ratings.
The Nigerian Navy Basic Training School (NBTA's) Oni, Rivers State, commissioned in May 1976, is the first port of call to civilians wishing to make career in the Nigerian Navy. The school is primarily responsible for transforming civilians into well-groomed officers in the Nigerian Navy, known as ratings. It was a sight to behold newly trained officers during the passing out ceremonies, which was witnessed by Nigerians, including the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Pastor Moeno. The parade of batch 35 trainees from the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School involved young men and women in the 36 states of the Federation, including those from Akwa Ibom. The event, which took place at the field of the Nigerian Navy Basic Training School (ONI), was impactful as naval officers filled the auditorium with their ceremonial uniforms. Also seated were the captains of industry, guests, and families of the passing out trainees to watch the demonstrations of the officers and men.
They remain proud to excel in the silent girls' school. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me for a fact that these young fellows deserve your enthusiastic applause. And to two, until each individual remains. Notice how the brilliance dispersed into fragments. The squad, initially comprising 64 members, systematically breaks down into halves until each member stands alone. Beginning as a cohesive unit, the squad is at the back.
Wanike, Dana Bobo, you are most welcome, sir.
The inspection of parade mounted by the Nigerian Defense Minister, Dr. Bello Matawale, was followed by the segmentation of the trainees into different groups before a march past led by the parade commander, Lieutenant Commander Theophilus.
Commanders are Sub-Lieutenant Joshua Temucha and Sub-Lieutenant led by Training Unity Division.
the end of the parade, awards were presented to 12 winners out of the 1,486 male and female trainees in batch 35 who were subjected to rigorous drills to transform them from civilians into military personnel. Akwa Ibom Deputy Governor Senator Akune Ahiu represented the governor in an interview, commended the trainees of batch 35 for performing an excellent parade, urging them to exhibit their talent and tactics in safeguarding the nation. In all, to the training,
all the guys who cooperate with the season will be allowed to personal training, safe training, this point, on behalf of the President, officers, staff, and committee of the Nigerian Navy Basic School, I'd like to thank you all for gracing this occasion with your presence. We shall never listen back to your responsibilities to this week and ignore your states in the school.
Crime that affects our coastal land. All these help to restore the economy and support the building of the nation.
the passing out ceremonies was fun to watch. What do we know, Kun? Akbc News.
Still to come, Akwa Ibom, 5 other states to benefit from system transformation grants by Global Partnership for Education. Plus, AKK's Results Area 3 program concludes workshop for indigent entrepreneurs across Akwa Ibom. Stay with us.
I just want the papers, please.
Sir.
Salary don't enter. Yes, so and month I never even reach it. Na salary plenty, oh. No wonder I no gree collect roja for my hand. Shut up, sir. I'm here to bail my younger brother. Have happened.
With good luck,
proper funding, training,
and cooperation,
if it happen.
So glad to have you back. Akwa Ibom is one of the 6 states shortlisted to benefit from the System Transformation Grants by the Global Partnership for Education, an international organization concerned with laying a solid foundation in education, especially at the basic level. Ahead of the receipt of the grant, a workshop was held in Uyo for education stakeholders in the state to prefer a theory of change for basic education as expected of them from the Global Partnership for Education. Mercy Akara reports.
Other states include Abia, Bauchi, Kebbi, Kwara, and Lagos. Speaking at a workshop, the Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idon Sedetebit, said Governor Moino's administration is always looking out for collaborative efforts to improve education standards in tandem with a key pillar of his administration, education advancement. The Commissioner said the state government is grateful to Global Partnership for Education for the grant. She said, bearing in mind the capital-intensive nature of education, the ministry is working towards securing more grants from international donor agencies to support the efforts of government in the sector.
I also have stakeholders in the education sector to incorporate the
team lead for the project and director of State Education Quality Assurance, Mrs. Rosalind Fon, presented a comprehensive report on the project workshop held in Abuja while informing Akwa Ibom education stakeholders that the GPE expects the state to profile a theory of change, especially at the basic level of education. She listed key areas the state opted to tackle to include improved teacher skills, getting teachers' recruitment right, improved safety and provision of quality learning materials, as well as securing a data-driven system. Earlier, while setting the tone for the workshop, the Director, Secondary and Higher Education and member of the state team for the project, Dr. Glory Ekbu, spoke about previous workshops attended in Abuja for the project. Education stakeholders at the event tendered messages of felicitation to Global Partnership for Education while making submissions for effective execution of the project.
Our children, our school system, our parents, our community will be the better for it.
The system transformation grant by the Global Partnership for Education is worth over $117 million for the 6 states selected from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Mercy K, Akbc News.
Sensitization workshop for nano, small and medium-scale entrepreneurs have been concluded across the 3 senatorial districts of the state for indigent beneficiaries of the AK CARES Results Area 3 program. It was organized by the Ministry of Trade and Investment in collaboration with AK CARES. Messiaka reports that in Uyo Senatorial District, the workshop was attended by the Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Dr. John Etam, as well as the Chairman, AK CARES Steering Committee, Mr. Emembo.
The Chairman, AKK Steering Committee and Commissioner for Economic Development, Mr. Emembo, explained that the program, which is in its 2nd phase, is aimed at improved livelihood, support to poor and vulnerable households, increase food security and food supply chains, as well as facilitate recovery of nano, micro, and small business enterprises in the state, considering the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on households. He explained that the Results Area 3 aspect of the AK CARES program, which is handled by the Ministry of Trade and Investment, is aimed at facilitating recovery and enhancing capabilities of NMSMEs in the state. Mr. Bob thanked Governor Moina for his commitment in empowering Akwa Ibom people through the program.
Let me use this opportunity to especially thank our dynamic and enterprising doctor, His Excellency, Pastor Moore Massi for actualizing the vision for the development of human capacity, agriculture, SMEs in Akbc through this project. We believe we will bring more projects to stimulate our economy and place Akwa Ibom in the topmost position in our economy, of which it is doing currently.
Addressing the participants, the Commissioner for Trade and Investment, Dr. Jonathan, said the workshop is aimed at ensuring maximum output for the receipt of the grant, noting that the participants have been selected from several business clusters and associations, including National Association of Women Entrepreneurs, National Association of Small and Medium Scale Enterprises, Youth in Entrepreneurs, even as they include artisans like carpenters, welders, tailors, amongst others. He assured that Governor Minor is interested in the well-being of every Akwa Ibom indigene in joining them to support his administration for development to thrive.
This program results in recruiting is aimed at facilitating recovery and enhancing the opportunities of NMSEs. Particularly, our state is focusing on EAR 3.2, which is to provide employment and job creation grants to NMSEs. It will equally provide funds to support post-COVID-19 operational expenditure to incentivize employment retention.
The workshop featured several interactive sensitization sessions between resource persons and participants aimed at ensuring the participants are maximally geared up to avoid challenges in accessing the grants.
By the time that you are done with today's lecture, we are showing you that whatsoever that you are going to view is going to be to the test of whatsoever the bank and whatsoever the committee will look for. And also we want to assure you that the money that we are going to receive, we are not going to misuse it. We are going to put it into business so that we will multiply the profit, so that we will be able to work in accordance with the advice agenda of His Excellency Pastor.
The AK Cares is a social intervention program of the Akwa Ibom State Government in collaboration with the federal government and World Bank, and is aimed at reducing the negative effects of COVID-19 pandemic on businesses. Mercy K, AKBC News.
Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State has approved a new minimum wage of 70,000 naira for civil servants in the state. The governor announced this today while inaugurating a new labor house in Edo State. According to him, the wage comes into effect on May 1, 2024. This development comes even as the Nigeria Labour Congress demands that the federal government increase the national minimum wage to match increasing national inflation. The National Bureau of Statistics had reported an inflation rate of 33.2% for March 2024 from the 31.70% recorded in February. Organized labor had demanded 615,000 naira as the new minimum wage for workers in the country. A new minimum wage committee has been inaugurated with the Vice President Shetima as the chairman and tasked with recommending a new national minimum wage as the 30,000 naira minimum wage regime expired at the end of March 2024. Federal High Court Abuja has granted an interim order sought by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) to freeze over 1,000 bank accounts belonging to individuals and companies over allegations bordering on unauthorized dealing in foreign exchange, money laundering, and terrorism financing. Justice Emeka Nwite, in a ruling on the ex parte motion moved by counsel for the anti-graft agency, Mr. Ekele Iheanacho, also granted the commission's application to conclude the investigation within 90 days. Justice Nwite consequently adjourned the matter until July 23 for mention. Meanwhile, preliminary investigation conducted thus far shows that the bank accounts are linked to persons who take advantage of the virtual cryptocurrency exchange platforms to illegally manipulate the value of naira and laundering proceeds of unlawful activities. Akwa United yesterday at the Godswill Akbabio Stadium, Uyo boosted their chances of remaining in the Nigerian Premier Football League NPFL with a 3-0 defeat of Kano Pillars. The game was a Week 32 match that meant so much to Akwa United's survival dreams, and the Uyo boys made the best of their chances, with Obong Friday scoring a brace to ease his pressure on his team. The win lifted Akwa United to the 17th position on 37 points from 32 games with 6 matches to the end of the season. League leaders Enugu Rangers maintained their spots on the log with a 2-0 defeat of Plateau United courtesy of goals by Chidozie Okorie in the 26th minute and Godwin Obaje with a 93rd minute penalty. While Eyimba remains in the second spot following their 1-0 defeat of Katsina United courtesy of Chijioke Mbauma's 60 minutes penalty. Sporting Lagos came out victorious by defeating Abia Warriors 4-2. Lobby Stars suffered a big setback away where they lost 2-3 to Gombe United. Bendel Insurance defeated Niger Tornadoes 3-0. That's our package for tonight. But before we go, we'd like to take another look at the top stories. Governor Umoino has sworn in 12 new permanent secretaries into the state civil service. The ceremony took place at the Government House Banquet Hall, where the governor charged them to bring in new ideas that will further develop the state. Akwa Ibom State Government has released the itinerary for the 1-year anniversary celebration of Pastor Umoino as Governor of Akwa Ibom State. We also brought you a report that Governor Godwin Obaseki of Edo State has approved a new minimum wage of 70,000 naira for civil servants in the state. That's our package for tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it, and do have a good night rest. I am Blessing Isonrio.